Hello and welcome from extremely grey LA. I'm Jordan Midler from VGC and I'm here for Summer Game Fest. Now you might be saying, Summer Game Fest doesn't kick off for a week. You would be correct. We're here for some other fun stuff before then that we'll eventually be able to talk about. But for now, I wanted to give my thoughts on the state of play, which took place yesterday now. It was going on as I landed in LA, so I watched it on my phone, and when it started, I thought, wow, this is a terrible way to start. Let's get things kicked off with Concord. Now, Concord is the new 5v5 shooter from Firewalk, and honestly, I am already Overwatch out. Like, Overwatch clones do nothing for me at this point, so getting another one, and not only another one during a presentation that had another Overwatch clone in it, I thought was a bit ridiculous. The pre-rendered cutscene was kind of cool. Like, I think these characters are interesting, and I think Chris Scullion pointed out on Twitter, it's like, don't show me characters that I would like to see in like a fun knockabout single player adventure and then go, by the way, it's 5v5 multiplayer. I mean, the game itself could be great and like the characters are interestingly designed, but I don't know. I thought it really dragged. I thought that like trailer, sort of vignette we're calling it, was far too long. It's coming to PC and PS5 in August. There'll be a beta in July, so I'm keen to play it. I'm keen to see like what it's all about, but I don't have massive hopes for it. Then we went into God of War Ragnarok coming to PC. This was expected as well. What wasn't expected was that you need a PlayStation Network account to play the single player portion, which, considering the number of regions and countries where PSN does not exist, a bit strange of a decision. I mean, it is trivial to set up a PlayStation Network account, so if you really want to, you can get whatever you want. But this is strange, especially after Ghost of Tsushima said that. Sorry, I have the state of play for some incredible background, and I just noticed there was like an ad playing there. So whatever it is, we don't endorse it unless it was energy drinks. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, you can play the single player portion without a PlayStation Network account. You need it for the multiplayer portion, which, you know, whatever, but strange. Dynasty Warriors Origins looked interesting, not really my thing. Infinity Nikki is one of these games that I bet does massively on TikTok, but we'll see. Open World RPG, former Zelda director Kentaro Tominaga. Visually really interesting, like it's eye-catching. It didn't look like a lot of other kind of grey depressing stuff, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. A few other small bits that don't really matter. Marvel Rivals. People are playing Marvel Rivals already, so it's not that. It's like weird to spend time on it because you can. I don't know if it's just friends and family or whatever, but people are playing it. So I want to play it. I'm a friend and a family. Maybe they should let me play it. But I love Overwatch. This is what I'm talking about. We've got another Overwatch like that looked better than Concord in the same presentation. That feels like whoever puts these together should have maybe thought about that. Until Dawn remake comes out in the fall, probably Halloween time, you've got to imagine. Path of Exile 2 is hitting early access. Silent Hill 2, I'm not a Silent Hill guy, I'll tell you right now. I have very little reverence for the Silent Hill franchise, so I'm going to skip on this one. Monster Hunter Wilds, however, Monster Hunter Wilds continues to make me think that Capcom's probably the best developer in the world. Every single time they put out a trailer, it's like, they've just smashed it. They are on such a good run that it's impossible not to have confidence in what they are doing. I'm a big Monster Hunter guy. I loved the last PS4 title, and I'm really, really excited to get my hands on Wilds whenever that may be. That's a 2025 game, I think, which is a shame because I want to play it now. But yeah, it looks fantastic. Capcom, whatever deal with the devil they made to get this engine so perfect, make it again. And then, as was also expected, I mean, we got sent the whole state of play like in the middle of the day yesterday, so all of this was expected, but Astro Bot, the new game from Team Asobi, it's a full 3D platformer, and it's coming out on September 6th. This trailer is one of the best game trailers I've seen in years. And since it's nearly June and it's E3 time, this felt like an old E3 trailer. It was just so exciting, and the music, shout out Kenny Young, the guy who did the music for the Astro games, he's still doing it. Incredible tunes. Since the trailer, they've come out and given a few details. There's 80 levels, 6 galaxies, so it's like a full-on game. And it seemed to, via the trailer and via some of the concept art, that you're rescuing like some of these like iconic PlayStation characters, or that's part of what you're rescuing. So you saw Drake, you saw Nathan Drake, not like Drake, Aloy, you saw some of the old Sony Japan kind of like the Team Eco people, the Ape Escape people that you saw, which is really nice because obviously Asobi came out of Japan Studios, so the fact that they're still allowed to reference them is nice. No Bloodborne reference, but Summer Game Fest in a couple of days. But yes, I think this is, as you could probably see from Twitter, this is the game that cut through, because Astro's Playroom that came with the PS5, a lot of people would say is still the best PS5 game. And that's like a short experience, kind of short free pack-in to show off the controller. That kind of expanded out into this whole full-fledged platformer as like an incredibly exciting prospect. And even just some of the platforming challenges they showed in the trailer, like there's one bit where he's a sponge and he gets soaking in, and that makes massive, and then he has to like shoot the water into a spongy platform to bring it out. It had Mario vibes, like it had 3D Mario vibes, and that is the biggest compliment you can pay a 3D platformer. So yes, Astro Bot, very good. Overall, I think the state of play, I don't think it was great. There's a reason it wasn't a PlayStation showcase. Astro Bot coloured what for me was pretty disappointing. Astro Bot and Monster Hunter, I'd say it's probably a 2 out of 5 for a state of play, and that the only reason it's not a 1 out of 5 is because Astro Bot and Monster Hunter looked so great. Yeah, Concord, I need to play it, but didn't do anything for me, and the rest of the stuff felt like marketing obligations. When you get a showcase, you'll get Ghost of Tsushima 2, you'll get, well, I think that Horizon thing's probably coming at Jeff's show, but you know what I mean, you'll get, see what the big first parties are doing, see what San Diego has been up to, see what Bluepoint has been up to. This is more kind of, we need something now, because next week the games media will be dominated by Xbox and Ubisoft and EA, and I think Xbox has a real chance, a real open goal to have the best showing, but we'll find out next week. Anyway, be sure to check out more VGC, because we are over here for a long ass time. We're going to cover absolutely every inch of Summer Game Fest. But until then, I'm Jordan Midler. See you later.